This video is brought to you by lavelsoccer.co.uk, one of the world's best online international soccer retailers, offering free boot personalization on any order. Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you a retro unboxing plus on-feet video of the Nike T90 Laser 2K. Now you do get a couple of extras with this particular pair of shoes. The first extra is the Nike stud wrench. That's because this is a pair of soft ground shoes. And like all the top end models from Nike, a string bag is also included. The string bag itself here is white and red with the T90 laser graphics throughout that actually look very, very cool. So I'll get that out of the way. I'll get the shoes out of the box. And if you guys do enjoy the retro unboxing series on my channel, be sure to support the video with a like. It helps me out tremendously. Now what's cool about this particular pair of shoes is that you're going to have the opportunity to buy them yourself for the very low price of $60 US with global shipping for, again, very affordable prices. There's going to be 3 links down below in the description, and that is all 3 colorways that are available in this particular shoe. So you'll be able to pick up the exact colorway I have here in the kangaroo leather model. There's also going to be another kangaroo leather model available, as well as a synthetic model, all in soft ground, so keep that in mind. But for $60 US, a shoe that's 5 years old, top of the line, brand new condition, even if you're just going to keep them in your bag as an extra pair of soft grounds that you don't necessarily need right now, it's a really great deal and they're not going to last long. So again, if you want to pick up a pair yourself, be sure to go ahead and check out those links down below in the description. I guarantee you those deals are not going to last very long once people figure out that they're there. Now, as far as the Nike T90 Laser 2 goes, this is one of my favorite lasers that they ever made. I'm a really big fan of the laser series in general. And when this shoe was currently, when it was current on the market, I think I owned maybe 2 or 3, maybe even 4 pairs of this exact shoe, mainly because I really liked the overall feel of it. I had the synthetic as well as the kangaroo leather model, and the kangaroo leather model to me was a little bit better, just because I like the material more, but both models are really, really good. And overall, I just like the design of this particular version of the laser. Now, it originally released in 2008, so it's 5 years old now, and it doesn't seem like that old of a shoe. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago before this was kicking around, and 5 years old is not necessarily all that old, but it still is a very, very good shoe, very wearable even by today's standards, and very comparable to what we have now from the Laser series, perhaps a little bit more bulky and just more solid overall. And it's nice that you do have that option to go with the kangaroo leather upper. Now, what's cool about the difference between the kangaroo leather version and the synthetic version of the T90 Laser 2 is that the upper itself was a little bit different, not only because of the material, but the actual amount of striking element you have on the shoe itself. You can see this kind of T divider thing right here going through the forefoot, and on the kangaroo leather model, it's all made from kangaroo leather with no striking element here on the outside, whereas if you went for the synthetic model, from this strip, this kind of stitching point right here, going all the way there, it would normally be a striking element made from rubber, very similar to what you're going to have here with all these kind of aggressive fins. To me, I wasn't a huge fan of having that rubber on the outside. I much preferred the feel of the kangaroo leather version, but like I said, it was cool that they gave you that option and that both the kangaroo leather and synthetic versions of the shoe were a little bit different from each other. Now, as far as the upper itself goes, all the white that you see on the upper is made from kangaroo leather. So starting from the instep, wrapping all the way around the side of the toe box here, the entire forefoot area, and then the entire outside of the shoe, even the heel is made from kangaroo leather. It has a good thickness to it. It's a little bit hard because it is 5 years old, but once you start to wear them in and the leather starts to heat up and break in, it will soften up again, especially if you treat it with some kind of leather cream or something like that. So it definitely is still a very wearable shoe, like I said, even by today's standards. As far as the striking element goes, or the shot shield in this particular situation, it's a lot different to what you have on today's version of the Nike T90 Laser, which is obviously the 4. Now you can see you have the Total 90 logo right there, another Total 90 logo right there. It's labeled as the shot shield, and it basically looks like a target. It's a very cool idea, very simple concept, and that is kind of like the sweet spot on your foot as to where you would like to strike the ball. Now, it is made from a slightly firmer rubber material. It's not overly sticky, and you have fins that become more and more aggressive as you get towards the outside of your foot, as you guys can see right here. Sorry, the inside of your foot. So they're fairly aggressive, and they're all kind of at different angles. So they're designed to grab the ball to allow you to get just that little bit more spin and just have an overall more responsive feel. And it's very, very cool how they did it. And how the striking element works is that it actually changes where the laces go on the shoe. Now, a normal shoe would lace with the laces going crisscrossing through the middle of the boot. But on this particular shoe, if you didn't know already, the laces kind of zigzag from here to the side of the shot shield, and that goes for both the inside and outside of the shoe. So you can see that there's little lace loops on the inside. There's no actual lace holes except for the top lace hole, and it laces all the way through both the inside and outside of the shoe. So it's a very cool design. It does have a wider fit overall, and you don't have a lot of ability to really tighten the shoes too much if you like a really tight feel. But if you want that kind of contained fit that feels very, very solid, you're going to get that from the Nike T90 Laser 2. Now what's really cool about the striking element itself too is that it has E-vent technology, which is what you see right there. So all the black you see in between the red, it's actually open ventilation, so it does allow the shoe to breathe pretty well because you do have all that ventilation through the top of the foot as well as a little bit here through the side, which is really, really nice. You have your one piece of synthetic here in red, and you do have an external plastic heel counter, which is also a really nice thing right there with the little red detailing there. You have your T90 logo there on the back heel. You do have a very nice synthetic leather padded heel liner. Nice padding there, really, really comfortable to wear. Give you guys a quick look at the insole. Red insole with your kind of T90 laser graphics going throughout. Matches what you find on the string bag. On the bottom there, it's an EVA foam insole with your pour-on inserts throughout. Very, very comfortable, nice heavy duty, plenty of cushioning there. It's going to last you a long time, and overall just make for a very comfortable feel when you're wearing these shoes with very minimal break-in time required. Like I mentioned, this is the soft ground version of the shoe, and it's not a mixed sole or anything like that, or the soft ground pro like we have nowadays. Instead, it's just your standard 6 stud. So you have your 2 in the heel, your 4 in the forefoot, and then your 2 studs there in the middle. And they are fairly long studs. So like I said, if you have $60 extra and you want to buy yourself a pair of soft grounds to keep in your bag that you can use just in case, this is definitely a really great deal and a shoe that is definitely going to do that job for you. The sole plate itself is made from a TPU plastic with your stiffener bar right here going through the midfoot. So overall, very usable shoe even by today's standards, and overall just really good looking in my opinion, and I just love how this shoe feels overall. So that's pretty much it as far as the unboxing portion of this video goes, and we'll move on to a quick weigh-in so you can see how lightweight these guys are. The soccer shoe market as a whole has really shifted away from producing these shoes like the Laser 2 that are perhaps a little bit more bulky and have a little bit more weight to them. Even the current model Laser 4 appears to be a lot more streamlined than any previous models, especially like the Laser 2. So I'm going to weigh this pair for you in real time. Keep in mind this is a brand new pair in a size 9 US. I'm going to throw it on the scale, and you can see that they weigh in at 11.75 ounces. So they do have a substantial amount of weight to them, but keep in mind it is predominantly a full kangaroo leather upper, and you do have a lot of rubber on the shoe that will make up some of the weight, not to mention that it is soft ground. But for the sake of comparison, I have a soft ground pro version of the Laser 4, again a size 9 US, so it's a very fair comparison. We're going to throw that on the scale, and you can see that these weigh in at 10.6 ounces. So the Laser 2 is about an ounce more than the Laser 4. Again, is this something you're going to notice on your feet while playing? Probably not, but there definitely is a weight difference. So that's pretty much it as far as the weigh-in portion of this video goes, and we'll move on to a quick on feet so I can get a better idea of what the fit is like and how the sizing is. Alright, here's a look at the T90 Laser 2Ks on feet, and overall I just really love how this shoe feels. It has such a unique design in that the laces don't cross over the middle of the foot. So all of the tightness and tension in the laces is going to be on both the inside and outside, with none of it being through the middle, giving the shoe just a very unique feel overall. As far as how you lace the shoes, you do have the option to lace them over top of the shot shield or underneath. I always lace them up underneath just because I think that looks the best. But again, you can lace them up however you want. It really doesn't matter all that much in terms of how the shoe's going to feel on your foot. In terms of break-in time and stuff like that, like I mentioned, the leather does feel a little bit stiff because they are slightly older shoes. But once you start to wear them in a little bit, they definitely will soften up and become very, very comfortable for you. The kangaroo leather itself is very, very high quality. As far as the overall fit of the shoe goes, it definitely has a wider fit in the toe box and forefoot area of the boot, but the midfoot is not super wide, to be completely honest, especially if you do have wider feet. You can go up a half size if you would like to, if you want a slightly wider fit, but for the most part I would recommend just staying true to size. I'm wearing my usual size 9 US here, and the fit and length is absolutely perfect. So that's pretty much it as far as the on-feet portion of this video goes, and I'll leave you to my final thoughts. Alright guys, that's it for my retro unboxing of the Nike T90 Laser 2Ks. Like I mentioned earlier, if you want to pick up a pair of these for yourself for around $60 or so, there are 3 buy it now links down below in the description. This deal will not last long, so if you want to get a pair, I suggest picking them up as soon as possible. If you guys have any questions regarding this shoe, feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to support it with a like. If you're not subscribed already, be sure to hit that subscribe button for daily videos on all the latest soccer gear. Be sure to check out my brand new t-shirt store to get yourself an SR4U t-shirt. And links to all of my social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram can all be found in the description as well. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.